Yeah, so
I
it's that day, and stuff happened, and
I
Becca's
want
saying
to.
something.
Yes,
Ah,
Oh my goodness.
Rip ears.
I want to say that I mentioned
Hey,
when we were pulling together the money yesterday that we should probably return some of it to Drake's Landing because it's their money.
Well, we're going to. I guess. Are we all back together then? This is midday.
What?
What?
sure, you're all back together for the time being. Maybe there's a little intermission between the early meeting with Blackwell and the next one. So sure, lunchtime.
Okay.
No talking Norganoff.
If you're gonna talk to Norganoff, go ahead.
I want to know what his plans are for the future. Like, is he gonna stay with us, or is he gonna, deal with his, I don't know what he needs to?
Um, I think Norganoth's plan is to basically see Trogdor's affairs taken care of, and then he'll probably split from the party and go back to doing what he was doing before he was struck down and buried alive inside of a falling mountain all those years ago.
What of Trogdor's affairs do we have left to accomplish?
Well, any of his possessions or whatever that you guys still have, like, I think, yeah, like, I think the tablet's a big thing. His holy weapon probably belongs in a temple somewhere at the very least.
You can get his armor intoned as well. Possibly as him being like an acolyte of, dying in the service of the Silver Dragon. Or Platinum Dragon. Not Silver.
Hmm.
Silver, platinum, same thing.
Yeah, they're both shiny and silvery.
Okay.
So, when we get back together, I'll say, well, Blackwell said we probably should look at getting a place in Drake's Landing instead. Property's going to be extremely cheap, and, that would be and I'll kind of look to Maya and say, that would be a good way to help invest money back into the community, too. Is we can get shops up and going, try to get the economy up and going.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So
I don't know if you want to build our own place because there might not be too many places still
I can design something.
in reasonable condition.
We can also catch a ride over there with Blackwell. So
That'd be conveniently fast.
yes. So
Do you know when he's leaving?
No, I'm gonna go back and talk to him later today. Kind of let him know of our plan. But we can. I would like to go shopping locally first before we head out.
Okay. Do you want to try this new place?
The what the hell is it called? Dragon something or another. Dragon's Emporium. Sure, I'll try.
I don't know if you cut out or just stopped talking.
Oh, I said the Dragon's Emporium.
I think you just cut out a million times.
Well, that time I know he said the Dragon's Emporium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I really
Well, I
cutting
heard
out that
nothing.
bad?
I mean, not for me, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, here, I'll put it more in front of me. Maybe that'll help. But yeah, let's head out there.
Okay.
All right. So you do so. And Yeah, I don't think it takes you all that long to find the new business. It's kind of it's notably still a work in progress in the sense that you can see like half of the decor seems to be fully set up along the storefront, and then like the other half is still kind of bare, just with the um, fixtures upon which all the goods sit. But it seems serviceable, at least. And as you walk in, I think you kind of hear you hear this kind of slight it almost sounds like a blowtorch kind of sound. And then you hear some kind of half stifled cursing going on back behind the counter. And you hear this voice, kind of gruff and cranky sounding, just like, "Oh, piece of shit. Hello!" And turning around to face you, just probably clearing the counter by 8 to 10 inches, is a balding male dwarf with about a third or so of like the right side of his beard just kind of singed off.
Recently, or
Somewhat recently. I mean, it's not red with embers or anything, but
okay.
yeah. And yeah, he quickly kind of like tosses a couple of things on the countertop behind the storefront counter, and he says, "Welcome to the Dragon's Emporium," and he kind of like visibly tries to straighten his beard out a little bit.
I'll kind of step in front and say, in Dwarvish, I'll say, "Oh, nice to see a fellow dwarf in the magical, delving into the magical realm of the world."
He says, "Well, nice to see a fellow dwarf at all out here in Perrin."
Fair enough. I'll switch back to common just so everybody else can understand me, and I'll say, "We were told that you're the place to go for anything magical."
Well, that seems to be the case.
We've recently come into a little bit of money, so just coming to see what we can acquire.
All right. Well, let me take a look and see what I've got here that's not already reserved by another loyal customer. We've got some arrows, some chainmail. Oh, this is interesting. This little number right here, and you see him like hold up a like a cloth hat. He says, "This is a cap of water breathing." And you see him kind of rifling through some more stuff, and he says, "Oh, that's spoken for." Well, we got some potions. Fire breath, healing, poison. You like poison?
They said fire breath, and the thing that caught your attention was poison.
I use poison in my field of work.
Alright.
You could also
See
use
the dwarf kind of raise an eyebrow, like,
Where's the poison sitting?
Behind the counter.
Hmm.
I mean, it's poison. I don't know what you expected me to answer with.
What else do you have?
Let me grab another list here because this is too short. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody gonna say it?
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's
There you go. All right. He says, going back to kind of the bottom of his first potion case, he says, let's see, superior healing, water breathing. You see him pick up a like a scroll tube and kind of rattle it around, see if there's anything in there. And yeah, you hear something, and he kind of pops it open, says, Searing Smite. That's a good one. And and then you see him like drag this big old bag up from like the back room, and going through that, he says, and I haven't gotten a chance to put all of this stuff quite out for sale yet, but more arrows. And he holds up this, it looks like a little pearl, and he says, this is a pearl of power. This is a fancy little thing here.
What does
What
that
else?
point.
He says, while it's on your person, you can speak its command word, and well, if you're of the spell casting persuasion, it might let you spend an extra bit of energy and cast another spell.
So it allows you to cast another spell?
Yeah, in game terms, while it's on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain one expended spell slot. If the expended slot is of 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level, so it caps out at 3rd. Once you've used it, it can't be used again till the next dawn.
Okay. How much is that? That could be fucking useful.
Let's see. That, I think that would run you about 500 gold.
Lilith, you should look into getting that. That'll give you another spell slot.
Yeah, next level it would. How much is platinum, like, just add a 0 to it for gold?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could afford that. I want to see what else he has, though.
Okay. I was just saying, that's pretty freaking cool. Especially for, like, half-casters like us.
Yeah, is it, like, where I can, grab it?
What, you just want to like check it out or something?
I just don't want anyone else to grab it while I'm pondering.
I think we're the only ones in here.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, at the moment, you guys are the only ones in here. He's, well, doing something and cussing under his breath when you walked in. So, yeah. All right. And he keeps kind of rooting through, you know, he kind of like sets the pearl aside, like, okay, well, maybe you're interested in this. Potion of climbing, potion of healing, potion of mind reading. Oh, what's this? And you hear him like kind of heft something up out of the bottom of the bag. Saddle of the Cavalier. Nice. Didn't realize I had one of these.
Saddle of the Cavalier?
Uh-huh.
What does it
What
do?
does that do?
Oh,
Uh,
I completely forgot too. In the time last night, I would like to have cast Find Familiar, and I want to summon a hummingbird. So I have a hummingbird on my shoulder.
Of all
Is
the
it-
cool things you could have.
Yes.
How is the hummingbird sitting there?
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen a hummingbird? Hummingbirds don't really sit.
He's
They fly.
They do have feet and they can land on things.
But they don't.
I
They
don't-
don't stay there.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
this
they
is
can
a magical
grab
creature. This,
Yeah.
And he's yes. So yeah, I've had a hummingbird.
You're making the hummingbird defy its species. It's weird.
it.
Yeah.
Defy
Natural.
its not like do something it can't do. It's literally defying its own species.
Yeah, like hummingbirds like spend, I don't know, like 20 hours of their day like finding food and eating just because it has so much energy
Yes, but
Yeah, but
mine-
this one
spended
doesn't
finding
need
food
to.
and eating.
Would you
This
like
one
me to change
Exactly.
my bird? I will change my bird if it will make you happy.
Don't change it because of Becca. Do whatever you want with your bird.
You were the. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I
I'm
think
just saying, it is defying its species.
It is, but it's a what is it? Celestial? I think you can choose.
Faye.
No, it is a celestial.
Oh.
I'm making it a celestial.
Celestial hummingbird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cute.
How big is this
It
guy?
is
What's
cute.
its name?
His name is Robert.
Yeah.
Or Bob. You can call him Bob.
Oh, that's
Bob
worse,
the
actually.
hummingbird.
Here's my celestial hummingbird familiar, Bob.
Hey, I'm a dwarf. All right, it's simple names.
Go with a simple dwarven name.
Yeah. Call it Grayik.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just like, oh my goodness, there's a hummingbird. Let's discuss this right now.
Yeah.
Well, when
Name
the
is pending,
hummingbird
then.
appears out of nowhere.
Is it
Yes.
possible for me to stealth in this building?
To what?
What?
Stealth in this building?
Oh boy. I mean, it's possible. Yes.
Alright, I want to use that roll then.
Okay. And what are you going to do? I wonder.
Get us all in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
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 Bide my
Mhm.
time.
Did you say bide my time?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so sinister.
Anyways, he can continue. Oh, wait, what does the saddle do?
The Saddle of the Cavalier. Okay, so while in this saddle on a mount, you can't be dismounted against your will if you're conscious, and attack rolls against the mount have disadvantage.
Damn. If only we had a mount. Is what's his name still with us? Norganoth? Or did he peace out?
No, he's still with you.
I'll look back at Norganoth and say, well, I don't know if you could find a use for something like that, but that's kind of cool.
I think the dwarf kind of like he looks from Togar to Norganoth, which is like a drastic upward change. Like Norganoth is almost 2 of Togar.
Yep.
And he looks back at Togar and just kind of shrugs and shakes his head and keeps rifling through the bag of stuff that he's brought up. And he says, and looks like we got some more scrolls here. Burning Hands, Chromatic Orb, and Thorn Whip.
What's
Thornwood.
that Thornwith do? Can someone non-magical use that?
I'm afraid you do have to be magical, and you have to be of the sort who might be able to use the spell later.
Well, never mind.
Bungdo
At
could
least for
probably
that.
use it. I think that isn't that a game mechanics? Isn't that a druid spell?
Yeah, it's druid.
So
Yeah, probably.
well, we could.
Well, it is. I mean, Yowen can do it.
Right.
Okay, so well, Bungdom may be interested.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Please hold. Okay. Yeah, and like he kind of rifles through the rest of the stuff, and he says, "I'm afraid everything else is spoken for at the moment. Sorry, our inventory is not the biggest quite yet."
Do you happen to have herbalism kit, alchemist supplies, poisoner kits available?
Well, yes, I think we do have some of that more general fare. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to restock my supplies for those. Because I'm assuming I'm probably getting low.
I would like to sell my pearl to him. The one for
You really cut out there
better.
so far.
Okay, I would like to sell my pearl from the identify spell because I don't need it anymore. I would like to see if he's interested in that.
Okay, and that is by definition a pearl worth how much?
100 gold.
100.
Okay. All right. So,
Or I'd be willing
Yeah.
to trade it if he's be willing to knock 100 off whatever he wants. If we want to buy something.
okay. Yeah, I think looking at it, he's probably willing to offer you about 75 for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, yeah, if you just want to outright sell it, go ahead and pull it off your sheet and mark down the 75.
All right.
I want everything I say to be in Dwarvish.
Oh, okay. What do you say?
I mean, I asked him about the kits.
Oh, you're okay. I gotcha. Yeah, and so yeah, you're able to get that stuff. Let me figure out how much that would be for you.
I feel like he may be homesick, and I will talk to him in Dwarvish. It went through my mind, I just forgot to say it out loud.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so what all kits?
Herbalism kit, and a poisoner's kit, and alchemist supplies.
Okay.
Just because I've used supplies out of mine, so.
Yeah. Oh, this is so nice. I never saw this list before. Okay. Thank you, wizards. Do, 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 do. Where did you put herbalism? There it is. So yeah, 5 gold for herbalism. And you said poisoners?
Yep.
That one's 50 gold.
Okay. And alchemist.
Alchemist supplies, also 50.
Okay. So 105. Okay. I will hand that over
Cool.
in some form of currency or another. It'll be some in probably 100 in platinum. So 10 platinum and 5 gold.
Okay. So you do that, top off your stuff.
Yep.
How much was that pearl?
What'd you say, Taylor?
How much was the pearl?
Lilith's Pearl.
Oh, Lilith's Pearl. Okay. Sorry, multiple pearls in play. That one was 500.
Don't buy my pearl.
What, you said it was 500?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look to Maya and say, how much gold did you say we had?
Total 7,621.
We could probably afford that for Lilith.
I mean, yeah. Lilith can afford that for herself right now before we divvy up everything.
Oh,
What?
Didn't you say you could?
Yeah, but I want you to buy.
well, I was saying, as you know, group wise,
I was just saying,
Are we
yeah.
buying our
You
own,
buy it.
or are we buying like things as a group?
it's whichever you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It's everyone's money. Are we all going to buy things from our pool of money, or are we buying things individually?
What would you like to do?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean, we've been pooling the money together just for simplicity's sake of being able to keep track of it.
Oh my! I just found the creepiest GIF.
A GIF.
GIF.
I was waiting
Scary
for
peanut
it.
butter.
Scariest peanut butter confirmed. So if you, however you want to pay for it, if you want to pay for
All
it,
right, I want to pay for it through our pool of money.
Okay.
And it's worth noting that around now, Maya and Togar, you notice a black furry hand creeping along the countertop next to the shopkeeper, making its way toward the pearl.
Who notices this?
Not you.
Maya and Togar.
I'm going to summon Mage Hand invisibly, essentially like in a blocking motion as his hand's creeping across. Just put it in the way. So it's just like just a block. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the thing that happens.
Yep, and I will just try to block him and keep him confused as hell.
Okay.
Guess I'll back off.
All right.
So, all right. So, I guess you get the pearl. We're down 500.
Okay. Can you post what, like, everything the pearl does? Because I don't remember it.
Let me see if it's in the compendium, because that would be really helpful.
Yeah, and I think you could just make her a card, right?
Well, you can literally just drag and drop this into your inventory. It's a pearl of power.
Well, I think I have the wrong character sheet. Because you were supposed to do the other one.
Okay, hold on.
I found it though, so I can just copy it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, we can make a card, but we really should move you over to the drag and drop one.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on the old one.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, she's on like the text only one.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Alright.
But yeah, so Lilith has a pearl of power.
Was that your
I'm
cat?
powerful. That was me.
That was me
Oh.
mocking my cat.
Oh.
Apparently, it was both me and Laura mocking
Mhm.
our respective cats.
We are so in tune that we did it exactly the same time.
Right.
How come you guys aren't as weirded out by this GIF as I was?
I haven't looked at it.
Because GIFs.
Look at
GIFs, not
it.
gifts.
That is pretty unsettling.
Eh.
I do not like it.
Right. Anybody else have anything that they want?
Nope, I'm good.
Alright. Probably good too.
How much was that poison?
Let's see. That was do 250 gold.
Oh,
You know I
That's
have
not
some
a lot.
poison.
How much was that fire breathing thing?
That one would be also 250.
What does it
Uh,
do? Like, is it just like a dragonborn fire breath?
Let me check the specifics. After drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. The target must make a DC 13 Dex save, taking 46 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. The effect ends after you exhale the fire 3 times, or when 1 hour has passed.
That's pretty good.
Oh, Chance, I have some poison if you would like some.
what kind of poison?
Let me look.
Poisonous poison?
Yes.
Yeah.
Poisonous poison that is poisony.
Desert snake poison.
Sounds good to me.
I also have a poison vial I will give you. It is poison from the jug.
Ew, what?
Isn't
From
it
our,
like basic poison?
what?
Isn't it considered basic poison?
I think so.
Yeah.
What's my poison considered, Eric?
That would probably be basic poison as well.
Okay.
I'll reach behind my back and pull out.
I can just, give you my poison. I don't need
I'm gonna pull out the gnarled staff. I don't know where the hell I got this from, but I have a gnarled staff. I'm gonna see if he's interested.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Becca, are you eating?
No, I'm getting out my pills.
So, I mean, kind of. You're eating pills.
You're
I'm
about to eat
not
your
chewing them, I'm swallowing them.
Nom 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 nom. I think he's willing to give you 4 gold for the staff.
Sure, that'll work.
Okay. Cool.
Hardcore had a gnarled staff too.
And then, I don't think he wants any wicked-looking daggers or anything, right?
Dagger?
I mean, I don't know. If you want to, like, try and show him off or something, that's...
Yeah, I'll just
certainly
put out and
possible.
say, are you interested in any weaponry? I know these inflict some pretty nasty hits on people.
My ears perk up.
You did hear I gave you that poison, right?
Yeah. What kind of poison?
Desert snake poison?
It's just basic.
Essentially, it's a basic
yeah, it's
poison.
basic.
Alright.
It's
And I
basic.
gave you my basic poison as well.
I don't have
You're
poison.
basic.
You're basic.
No, you are. I'm the one who has the tea,
I had tea earlier.
but I have the tea that you can't find.
I have these 2 wicked
I-
daggers I'm looking to sell.
I'll take them off your hands.
In the monsters for this Everon book, it has horrid animal.
Um,
Well, the animal's horrid.
It's such a generic.
I
name
love-
for it.
As soon as you said that, I was looking up my color for 666.
That's the
Right.
horrid animal.
well,
Hail Stan and stuff. Anyway,
I'll take those daggers off your hand.
well, okay. Well,
I think if Chance says that, he says, "Well, would you be willing to offer him as much as I would?"
Nothing can outbuy the power of friendship.
Not even 400 gold each.
Oh!
damn.
I'm running low on time.
Are the daggers worth that much?
You don't know.
Gosh.
Can I insight check him to see why he wants these daggers?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, it doesn't seem like anything sinister, I guess. Like,
I
they.
can't hear you.
Yeah, I
You
can
can't
him.
hear me?
That's sounds like it's
Yeah, you just stopped talking for a bit.
For
So,
once, I'm the only one who.
As she drops out.
yeah.
You're the only one who.
But yeah, anyway.
You really dropped out. We have no idea what you said.
I'm the only one who someone didn't cut out for.
No, Taylor.
Yeah, I
It
can
didn't
still
cut out
hear
for
it.
him either.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't hear him.
No, I can hear him.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem like anything sinister, just that these are some interesting daggers, and they apparently have an ability to cause more damage than expected, which is something that somebody in the field of really any kind of magical item would be into. So, yeah.
I'll look to. What the fuck is your name again? Chase?
Chance?
Chance.
Chad.
Judd. I'll look to. I'll look to Chance and I'll say, I'll hook you up with something else. These are okay, but I got some better stuff. So yeah, I'll sell those for 400 each.
Okay.
So I have 2 of them.
So we each get 400 gold.
Yes.
Totally.
Yay! Now I can buy more things.
Tear runs down my cheek and absorbs into my fur.
What? Oh, a tear. All I heard was my cheek and absorbs into my fur. I was like, what the?
Nope, his cheek absorbed into his fur.
Well, I didn't know what was absorbing into his fur.
His cheek.
That's
It's definitely
creepy.
his cheek.
After that, though, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, the dwarf is pretty happy with the haul he's made here today. So yeah, he just says, well, pleasure doing business with all of you. Hope to see you again.
You as well. In Dwarvish, I'll say, I may be back soon. I may have some magical wares to discuss with you as well. But for another time.
Fair enough. Well, have a good one.
See ya. And I will
You just like poof the daggers back to your hand.
No. They weren't on my belt.
Oh.
Gosh, so devious. You want us to get arrested?
I have a flaw. When I see something valuable, I can't think about anything but how to steal it.
Basically, you're a klepto.
Yes.
I like it.
So I'm going to, I'll say, well, we should probably go talk to Blackwell and find out when he wants to leave.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
So, all right. Well, let's make our way there.
All right, you do that, and at this point, the guards posted out front. At least one of them recognizes you. Just lets you in without any real issue. You do have to wait for a few minutes, as it seems Blackwell is finishing up a meeting with someone else at the moment. But yeah, after probably 5 or 10 minutes of kind of loitering around the large entrance hall, checking out the statues and bits and pieces of like scattered armor and old weaponry and such, the doors swing open, and you see a pair of Perrin town guards come walking out. One of whom Bungdo actually recognizes and waves at. He says, "Hey, Gil."
Was this the guy that busted him out?
Oh, you just broke way the hell up there. What was that?
I said, was this the guy that got him out? That talked to him and got him out?
Yeah, this is like the one guard that he made friends with in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Gil.
In jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in jail?
Yep.
Yeah.
Second or third session ever, he went to jail.
He was the first.
That's
Yeah,
where
it
his
was
pet rat
the end
came
of the first session.
He blew a hole.
Or no,
in
it
my
was beginning of the second session.
Yes.
Yep.
So.
But anyway, that being done, you guys are let into Blackwell's kind of meeting chamber, which is basically just his formal living room. And yeah, as the doors close behind you and you're sort of beckoned in, Blackwell says, "Well, hello, friends. I hope that the night treated you well and you were able to get some semblance of rest."
Indeed. Yes, I also was able to talk to them, and we all like the idea of the Drake's Landing plan that you and I discussed.
Very good. And, well, what are your immediate plans for such a venture?
I mean, barring anything you need us to do immediately, we're good to go whenever you are.
He says, "Well, I do have a little matter that I would like investigated over in Helmfirth. But I suppose if we make a quick day trip, it wouldn't hold things up too much."
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're okay with it, we're good with heading out there for a day, getting what we need to do done in Drake's Landing, and then would you be able to get us quick transportation to Helmfirth, or would we want to get a boat?
He says, "Well, if we make a trip to Drake's Landing today, that will expend my fast traveling abilities. But if we do finish this little business trip, I could send you on your way first thing in the morning."
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're okay with that, then yeah, I think I'll look at the rest of the group. I think we're all good with that.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Very good. Then, shall we?
Sure. Did he just gesture toward the carpet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll kind of motion for everybody to move, or for at least for Chance. 'Cause
I
don't know
know.
if he. Well, I don't know that, so
Well, I just teleported to the abyss on my own.
I
Yep.
don't know. So, but step off the rug.
Okay. And yeah, you do that, and Blackwell kind of gestures to a couple of the goonish-looking individuals about, and they move the table and the rug and all of that, and yeah, you have a teleportation circle under your feet once again, and with a short incantation and series of gestures.
I wanted to interrupt him real quick before he started and say, "Oh, I have something for you," and I'm gonna pull out the ancient armor and show it to him and say, "This we actually found this in the castle. It looked very, very very fine armor, so I figured that in lieu of the book, I had to at least bring you something."
He says, "Oh, well, thank you, my friend. I can't say I've seen this particular style before. I will have to have some scholars look into it and determine its provenance. But nonetheless, I thank you. And, well, perhaps next time you visit, I'll have it on display out in the hall."
Okay. And yeah, I would look forward to finding any information out about it that you can.
Oh, it would seem we will have a number of business discussions in the near future.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to keep you apprised.
Okay. So, ancient armor gone. I'm slowly getting rid of all my shit. I've had so much. So.
I can't remember. Was it an entire suit or just piece?
Yeah, he basically went and rounded up the whole suit. It was the one that got like thrown across the cavern and shattered against the cavern wall behind him.
Yeah, it just was chilling behind me, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just pick up the whole suit.
Yeah.
Stuffed it under your shirt.
No, just shoved it in my bag. It was all in pieces,
Yeah, you know,
so it was
GTA
pretty
style.
Well, I mean, it was all in pieces,
Yeah.
so.
But we really need to spend this money so I can get some weight
Yeah,
off
yeah.
of my shoulders.
Yep.
And everyone else.
First world problems.
Yeah.
This money is so heavy.
Alright.
I mean, we still have to divide it up because there's no way I'm holding on this much money by myself.
We'll
Perhaps
just say
I should
we-
hire someone to carry all of my money.
Let's just say
That
we'll just say
one's
we
all
divided
problem.
it up. We can all hold it. Like, I know we've got
Yeah.
the carrying capacity to hold it, so.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, since we're going to Drake's Landing, is Norgadoth going too?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he can hold some of the stuff. And I'm gonna actually ask Norganoth to after, like either before or after. Would you want to take Trogdor's weapon and armor to Bahamut's, like a temple of Bahamut, to be interred?
He says, well, he has it, but he hasn't taken it anywhere. And he says, yes, I think that would be best.
Okay. Alright, so, and then the other thing is, I'm gonna root through his belongings, pull out the little carving that Bungdo made, and I'm gonna say, also, make sure this is added there as well. This was, just something that he treasured.
He just says, I know.
So,
And kind of nods.
cool. So, sorry, and then we can do the teleportation.
All right. And Yeah, a few incantations and gestures later, um, you all find yourselves in what is to you an unfamiliar building. The chamber in particular that you find yourselves in is um,
The
it seems to
Chamber
be,
of Secrets.
huh?
The Chamber of Secrets.
I mean, if it's got anything to do with Blackwell, there's probably something secret in there, but yeah, it seems to be underground. And as you all, as your stomachs settle and you kind of get your bearings again after the teleportation, you gather that you're probably in the cellar of some business establishment. You see lots of like boxes and barrels and such kind of lining the walls. For as tossed as a lot of Drake's Landing was when you made your way through toward the caverns and the castle, this place seems pretty much undisturbed. And as Blackwell steps out of the circle, he immediately begins to stride across the room toward the wooden steps that you can see leading up to like a basically a set of cellar doors, you know, like the trap door kind of setup. And as he makes his way up and kind of fiddles with something, unlatching it or what have you, and eventually tosses the doors open, you see bright sunlight begin to stream in through the open doors, and yeah, you can hear the sounds of a few distant seagulls and the slow, steady sound of the tide and the waves just crashing against the docks. And as you make your way up, you find yourselves in one of the far corners of the port district. A couple of properties back from the shoreline. In a vaguely unfamiliar part of the district itself, but nonetheless, you are in Drake's Landing.
I want to commit that place to memory, the door,
Okay,
such.
okay. And yeah, I think Blackwell says a few of my business contacts will be waiting for us at a nearby inn. If memory serves, I think your group may have spent some time there. The crusty mud crab.
Yes.
And he says, all right, well, let us be on our way and see if we can't, well, make the best of the situation in which we find ourselves. He says, kind of visibly feigning sympathy for the surrounding area.
Yeah.
And I think we can cut it off here, so that way we've got time to figure out like what the actual plan is. You know, I'll talk to Taylor and Phil over the course of the week, especially. But if anybody else has any interests they'd like to pursue in this interesting little opportunity here, yeah, just let me know and we'll straighten everything out, and that way we'll know how to go into this business meeting next time.
Like the yank belt right off a token.
Wait, what?